Hello and welcome to the GRE Summit vocab program. Since this is the first video, I'll begin by introducing myself and this program. My name is Jipinder Kaur. I have published a book on vocabulary with Pearson Education and have been active in the GRE and GMAT prep space for about 10 years now. You will find the links to both my book and my LinkedIn profile in the description below. The GRE vocab program will have a series of videos labeled as V1, V2, V3 and so on. This is the first video of the series and so is labeled V1. In each video, I'll do about 5 GRE words. Most videos will be linked to one another thematically, and the words defined in one video will not be defined again. So it would be best to do these videos in order. That is, start from V1, then go to V2 and so on. In this program, you will learn GRE words in some of the real-life contexts in which these words are found. I'll also teach the roots of these words wherever applicable or relevant. It will also be my try to use those real-life contexts for these words that improve your familiarity with the important ideas and events in the American history and culture in particular and the Western civilization in general. Also, after every 5 videos or so, we will do a sentence equivalence or text completion question and I'll illustrate the techniques on how to attempt these questions. Okay, so that's it from my side, and now let's dive right in to learn the first 6 words in the program. Look at your phone. You have probably downloaded a few apps on it. What do you call these blobs on your phone screen that you click on to go to apps like Facebook or Gmail? Icons. The word icon is one that even kids know today thanks to the common usage of smartphones. You know this word. Now try to define it. Pause the video if need be, but think and say aloud the meaning of the word icon. Done? Good. If this blue blob is an icon of Facebook, then we can define icon as an image that symbolizes something. In the context of smartphone apps, this something is usually an app. The origin of the word also supports this meaning. Icon is simply the English rendering of the Greek word icon, which means image. The world of social networking apps uses another word derived from icon. Can you guess what that word is? Emoticon. The word emoticon is formed by combining the words emotion and icon. So an emoticon is an image that symbolizes an emotion. Like these smiley face or sad face emoticons symbolize happiness and sadness respectively. Okay, so getting back to the word icon, the something that this word symbolizes could also be abstract things like beliefs or a way of life. For example, the Statue of Liberty is an icon of freedom and hope. This means this physical statue represents is a symbol of freedom and hope. Another example, the paper cup is an icon of our modern throwaway culture. So, what the paper cup symbolizes or represents is a lack of guilt over making things that will be used only once and then will be tossed into the dustbin. With me till here? So far, we have learned 2 contexts in which the word icon is used. Both these contexts are secular, meaning not religious. So the first GRE word in this video is secular. The word icon is used in not only secular but also religious contexts. In religion, icon denotes such paintings or other representations of divine figures, saints, angels or scenes or themes from holy books that are venerated as sacred. This definition introduces a new GRE word, veneration. Veneration means great respect. We all respect our parents and teachers, but when we venerate a person, it means that we respect him very, very much. Very deep respect is veneration. Another word that is a synonym of veneration is reverence. Both veneration and reverence denote the highest level of respect that you can show for someone or something. The verb form of reverence is revere. Okay, so we learned that in the religious context, the word icon is used for those images that are venerated as sacred. For example, this is an icon of Jesus Christ that dates back to the 4th century. And here is another one from the 6th century. Why are these images icons? Because Christians venerate them as sacred. It should be noted here that some people use the word icon strictly for two-dimensional representations of divine figures or themes, while other people extend the use of icon to include three-dimensional representations like statues or metal or wooden figurines. Another thing to know is that not every representation of a religious subject is an icon. For example, if some irreverent cartoonist draws a cartoon of Jesus Christ or Prophet Muhammad or Lord Ram, no one is going to get confused for even a moment about whether to bow before that cartoon or not. No one will do it. Therefore, such a cartoon, though it does have a religious subject, is not an icon. Only those representations of a religious subject are called icons that are deemed to be sacred and worthy of veneration. Note also that I called this cartoonist irreverent. If reverence is deep respect, then who is an irreverent person? Someone who does not show proper respect. This cartoonist chose to make cartoons of those figures whom most people worship. So, of course, he did not show proper respect for these holy figures and therefore is rightly called irreverent. Many religions of the world make use of icons in their practices of worship. Think about the places of worship in your own religion. Are there images, statues, or other symbols before which you bow or light candles, which you kiss or show reverence to in other ways? If you say yes, then your religion allows or encourages the use of icons to worship God. The reverence of icons is a common practice of many traditional religions in ancient Egypt, Greece, Rome, Africa, Asia, the Americas, and elsewhere. However, there are many aniconic religions too. Aniconic religions are those that proscribe the use of icons in worship. The word proscribe means to ban. Islam is an example of an aniconic religion. It proscribes images of God and of Prophet Muhammad. This means it is absolutely forbidden to draw an image of God or of Prophet Muhammad. Even the images of humans and animals are discouraged. This is why Islamic art is dominated by geometric patterns and calligraphy and hardly features human or animal figures. With me so far? Now is a good time to introduce the word idol. An idol is an image or object that people worship as part of their religion. Look at this definition and compare it with the religious meaning of the word icon. Okay, so what did you think? You probably thought that the words idol and icon have identical meanings. And you're right, they do. But the two words are usually not used interchangeably. Why? Because the word idol has a negative connotation sometimes. Connotation means an idea or association conveyed by a word in addition to its literal meaning. For example, the words abnormal and extraordinary both mean unusual. So the literal meaning of both words is the same. But you do not use these words interchangeably, do you? Abnormal has a negative connotation, while extraordinary has a positive connotation. To call someone extraordinary is to praise them for being wonderfully unlike the common folks. But to call someone abnormal is to say that they fare worse than most people on some metric. So while the words idol and icon have the same literal meaning in the religious context, they have different connotations. The word idol also occurs in the word idolatry, which is religious worship of idols. Okay, with this, we are at the end of the first video. Let's quickly revise the words we did. The main theme of this video was icons. We started by discussing two secular contexts in which the word icon is used. Then I introduced the religious definition of icon. This definition contained the word veneration, so we did that word. And then I introduced reverence as an exact synonym of veneration. Then we learned that while icons are venerated in some religions, other religions proscribe icons. Next, we saw that though the word idol has the same religious meaning as icon, idol is sometimes used with a negative connotation. Finally, I introduced the word idolatry to you. You will see more of this word later. In our next video, I'll tell you the very interesting story of an 8th century king who was a devout Christian himself and yet ordered the smashing of icons of Jesus and killing of some very devout nuns. He sincerely believed that he was serving Christianity by doing all this. But before you go to that video, do make sure that you know the 6 words we have learned in this video. And do this practice exercise. In the comment box below, write a sentence that uses the word idol or idolize in a secular context and also explain why the word idol fits in that sentence. Also, go through the comments that other students have written and appreciate the ones you like by upvoting them. By encouraging one another, by forming a respectful community, we all learn more, don't we? With this video, you have started your climb up towards a great GRE score, towards the GRE summit. Congratulations on making this effort and keep it up. You may think that these are only 6 words. What's the big deal? The progress looks so tiny in comparison to the mountain in front of you. But remember, one word and then another, and the longest climb is ended. Keep climbing word by word up towards the GRE summit. See you in the next video.